You're tuned in to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast.
Welcome back to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast, where we are showcasing the coolest brands and gifts while featuring movers and makers. I'm your host, Lenore, and today we're going to learn how to reduce your stress during these unprecedented times with the Inner Power Blueprint from Sandeep Nath. Sandeep, welcome to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast.
Thank you.
So this past 12 months, right? Crazy times. Everyone's stressed, anxiety ridden. How have your trainings and your coachings and all the workshops that you do provide, how has that helped the common person just relieve some stress?
Well, it has been a terrible 2020 from the standpoint of almost everything that humanity was used to. We were kind of used to stress also, but the way that it's magnified itself in this year, because of the changes that we've made in the way that we work and live, and not being used to stuff like that, yes, it's got a lot of people recognizing that stress and mental health issues exist. They're kind of magnified now. And in fact, I recently wrote an article which was a 2020 review, where I called 2020 the year of unmasking, because we have finally unmasked this social stigma of mental health, this problem, which we feel that we got to deny. We have to be stronger than stress. We've got to, if I'm a man, then I can't be stressed, and silly things like that. We finally unmasked all that. And there have been a lot of people who, had been using the ancient Oriental wisdom, which I teach, for managing stress, and in fact, for managing life. When you manage life right, there is no stress. You're in alignment. And that's something that people started taking to on over the internet. So while we were doing some workshops live and some workshops online in the past, this year we moved the entire model to actually making videos so that people are able to address those issues in the comfort of their homes. The issue is that people don't want to talk about these things, and they don't want to step out and consult somebody. So if somebody can get to practice their alignment within their bedroom, what can be better than that? No. So that's something that I believe we've helped a lot of people out with this year.
So can you elaborate more on the alignment? Because I know that you really, you try to reach absolute alignment. What does that mean?
Oh, awesome, Lenore. That's a beautiful question, because that is the goal. You see, let's understand what is stress. I just put it in a simple word for our viewers to remember. Stress is a misalignment. If my nose takes in too much and my lungs can't process that much, they're out of alignment, I cough. Cough is a symptom of stress. Okay. So likewise, in an organization, if the organization is working towards a particular vision and purpose, and what that translates into an employee's job description is not what he follows, then he will not be working in line with the purpose of the organization, and there will be conflict. Conflict is organizational stress. So whether it is an organism like us or an organization around us, stress is always caused by a misalignment. Now we've got to understand, what is this misalignment about?
Yeah, do I need a chiropractor to align me back in? Is that what I need?
Pretty much. You see, what are you? Let's take it from there.
Oh no.
You or anybody watching or listening is a trinity of the body, the mind, and
the soul,
the spirit.
Oh, okay.
I call it the spirit because the spirit is the most subtlest form of us. The body is a gross form. So we understand the body. We go to the gym, we do exercise, we go for walks. We want to take care of the body, right? But when there is stress, then the body gets tired. There are aches, you have stomach problems, constantly one is having a flu or stuff like that, And it starts out pretty young. We get used to having those letters to the teacher saying that the kid's down with the cold and stuff like that. And it's actually where we start understanding that there is a bodily disorder, but we still don't label it as stress. We wait. We wait till that bodily disorder becomes either an amplified bodily disorder, like a heart problem or something, or it becomes a mental disorder, where we start, we start being forgetful. We start to lose focus. We become irritable. So the problem of the body can be solved by the mind. There are techniques like meditation, mindfulness, and yoga started to discover all over the world. I mean, we have discovered it thousands of years ago, but we started to implement even in the corporate workspace now.
Finally, right?
But right. But look at it this way. If the problem is of the body, the mind can probably take care, okay? Because the mind is a level up. Now, if the problem is of the mind, what takes care? That's where you've got to tap into spirit.
So I know that you follow
Sorry?
the stress. You follow the stress matrix. Is that like a stress level? Like you are at 10, you need to take a chill pill, or how does that work?
That's exactly how this thing comes about. On that matrix, you've got the body and the physical things at one level. You've got the mental factors which relate to money also, so mental and financial issues. And then you've got the spiritual and the emotional issues, the more subtler issues, And all these issues could cause problems. In fact, if you have spiritual, emotional issues, there's a tendency of substance abuse. There's a tendency of isolation. And it's not an attitude. It's not like that guy just prefers to be alone. It's that he's got a sign of emotional stress. So that's where you got to take care of him from that point of view. And the matrix is about a solution. It's like a pyramid where you can address all these three with what I call a genius of a solution, because the genius lies in the fact that you have what I was mentioning a moment ago, spirit available as a solution at a level higher than the body, mind, and emotions. And therefore, with an alignment of body, mind, spirit, you get into an absolute alignment. I'll give you an example. Einstein, who's the boss of energy, you could say, E is equal to mc squared. He said energy is matter, so everything is made of energy in some sense. He's also credited with a statement that you can't solve any problem with the same level of thinking that created it. So like a body problem, you can solve with the mind. A mind problem, you need spirit. And aligning body, mind, spirit, what we were talking about, absolute alignment, is exactly that. Getting the spirit, getting energy to work for you.
So here's
That's
the
how that
$1 million
works.
question. How do I get my energy to work for me?
Give me the million and here you have the answer.
Yeah, give me the answer. $1 million question.
No, it's a very good question, because we are not familiar with our energy. Just as we are not able to label stress onto those small things like forgetfulness and stomach upsets and isolation, we're not able to label anything with energy, that this is my energy. But we've all felt it. We wake up in the morning, let's say, with nothing in particular to do. There's a body ache somewhere or something of that sort. You've got something to do that day. Bingo, you are out, you are ready, and you're on your way, right? Ho, 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 off we go. So it's purpose. That's one thing that builds energy into us. And like that, there are various things that help us identify energy. Now, if you like, for our viewers, I could show them how to create energy around and harness all those atoms around which are vibrating.
Yeah,
and
let's show.
actually
I wanna-
create an energy ball.
Yeah, how do I create an energy ball? Like, I don't know, how?
Let's do it. Okay. So, if you're listening to this one, then you probably need to hear me. And if you're watching, you probably think I'm talking too much. But here we are. What I'm doing is I am bringing my palms together in front of my chest slowly, so that eventually I'm going to be in a way of a clap. So slowly I bring them together and then bam, light clap. And as you do this a little, continue that motion, but stop clapping and keep bringing the palms together. And now bring your attention, bring your awareness in between your palms, okay? In between your fingers as the hands move back and forth, left to right, right to left.
I think I feel a force.
And as you bring your attention between them, sense anything. You could be sensing some sensation, could be a tingling, could be a warmth, could be a stretchiness like a chewing gum, could be a pressure in the middle, absolutely anything. Keep doing this motion. It's better if you're somewhere in the open, especially if you're near a tree or near plants, because they have the natural energy around. You know, this is like if you're on a mountain face which is covered with snow and you move your hands like that, you're going to collect snow and make a snowball. Now we are on this mountain face of all the atoms between us and maybe a meter around us, and we're collecting them. And as you start doing this and you intensify your awareness in between your palms, you're going to find that there is something that you're pressing into. I'm starting to find that now. And as I keep pressing, just with feeling, not with a very logical mind, but just feeling it, I am not able to press it down. I would not be able to bring my hands together in a clap anymore. And if you're watching me, you could probably see that there is a ball in between these palms, which is now kind of growing. Now, this is something that comes from some practice. You may do it 3-4 times, especially if you do it outside a studio where there's a lot of wires and stuff, and in your balcony or in the garden, this would happen much faster. And there you have a ball of energy which is in that meter space around you.
I definitely feel like the pull. Like as I go in, it's just pulling out, but then I can't go further in because it stopped. That's
awesome.
Cool.
Awesome. For many of our viewers, poof, there was the ball. You may just feel a tingling. You may just feel a stretchiness, something between the fingers or a vibration, but do it. Because once you've got this ball formed, you're not, Lenore, going to ask that question again, where is this energy? It's all around us.
Okay, there you go, the $1 million question. The answer, actually. So, Sandeep, what actually inspired you to make the Inner Power Blueprint, which is where the listeners right now can get more information on how to create your own energy and really reduce the stress in your life?
Thanks for asking, because that's a very personal question, personal to me, but I love to share it with people so they understand what this blueprint is inspired by. It was 1993 when I met somebody in a new town I had moved in, somebody who was the cousin of a friend of mine from college. And we got to meet because he's the only person in that city I knew. And for about 26 years, we were in and out of each other's house. He was warm, welcoming, and he was like family. And I left that city about 10 years ago, so we lost contact. His name was Amit. And I didn't know the daily goings on in his life, but we used to meet off and on. I gathered that he had a loan on his head for his family business, and he was having trouble with it. But outwardly, he was so joyful, so warm, and so happy, and he seemed to have a plan for everything that we never really discussed anything that we could do about, that loan and stuff. He was fighting alone. Last year, we lost him to brain stroke, and that is when I thought. It was a turning point for me because he was like a brother to me. And I said that this is wrong. I know some things about how energy can be used to help anybody get over stress. And here's my dearest friend, we've lost him to stress. It's not right. And that inspired me to put these energy balls, and it's not tricks like this. This is just to get you started on what is energy. But how do you feel your vibrations? How do you change your vibrations? How do you change relationships? How do you change your relationship with money? How do you change your relationship with your peers, with your friends, with your colleagues, with people around, with the planet? All of that. Put all that into a series of programs called the Inner Power programs. The Blueprint is the first program of that lot. And like I said a while ago, it's all something that people can do in the comfort of their houses, in their bedroom. You just get onto the program, follow the videos, do the exercises, and you will find noticeable changes inside you, which people are going to say, hey, you suddenly look happier. What's the matter? What have you been doing? That's my goal. So I'm on a mission to actually help 1 million people connect with their inner power to be stress-free forever. And thanks, Lenore, for being a part of that.
So where can we get the Inner Power Blueprint to start this out in our lives?
Well, you can get it at sandeepnath.com/matrix. It's got the entire concept of absolute alignment there so that you get a conceptual understanding as you go down the page. And then you can pick it up right there. The payment system is through PayPal. And if you're not using that, you could just write into me at sandeepnath.com. We could work something out. I believe we have a very special deal with Brand Ambassador Select for a limited period. So, Lenore, you would be the best to say something about that.
So
we will keep that activated till you say we should.
I hear that you can pick up your Inner Power Blueprint with 5 additional courses thrown in at a special Brand Ambassador Select price. I was already on their website. You got to scroll all the way to the bottom. It's right there, sandeepnath.com/matrix. It's a really exclusive special, an exclusive offer only for you guys listening right now. So again, scroll all the way to the bottom of the page. It's right there for you so you can get this value right in your hands at this current moment to help reduce your stress. That is Inner Power Blueprint. You can get that at sandeepnath.com/matrix. And more on Sandeep, again, you can check him out on his website, sandeepnath.com. He's all over Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. So if you really want, you can just go to sandeepnath.com/Instagram. I'll take you right there. /Twitter. I'll take you right there. /LinkedIn. I'll get you on LinkedIn as well so you guys can connect and really further your energy together. Sandeep, thank you so much for joining us on this episode.
Thank you so much for organizing this, Lenore. And thank you so much, viewers and listeners. I really wish you're part of that million that we start with, and then through you, take this across to millions of people, because we know this from ancient Oriental wisdom. We just got to bring it back into our modern business lifestyles, and we can be stress-free. We can avoid all those heart attacks and diabetes and cancers and brain strokes, which are taking away our near and dear unnecessarily.
Listen, for the bundle that you have for $522 for the Brand Ambassador Select exclusive at $97, like that is a steal. sandeepnath.com/matrix for the Inner Power Blueprint. Once again, thank you for joining us and helping us reduce our stress and our daily lives.
Thank you.
That's a wrap on another episode of the Brand Ambassador Select podcast. I'm your host, Lenore. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss one, and more at brandambassadorselect.com. We will see you next time.